there's no place like home for the holidays. And no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can.
Welcome back, listeners, to another Horror for the Holidays stocking stuffer. I'm Jeff Searcy.
I'm Jay Logsdon.
And today we will be talking about the horrors of the cosmos, Jay.
Oh, pretty scary.
Hashtag, where them aliens? What
Yeah.
them aliens doing?
Yeah, what them aliens doing?
What up with them aliens?
Aliens.
Aliens.
Crazy hair, hands far apart.
You know the hand gesture.
Aliens.
You know the gesture.
You've seen the memes. Don't you fucking perverts. You've seen the memes. Whoa, slow down, Jay.
Whoa, calm down, Jay. Calm down.
Don't call our listeners alien perverts. Sorry. I just get so wound up.
Well, Jay, you know, as you know, ancient aliens were responsible for everything good humanity ever did.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
And, aliens have been, for some reason, making a resurgence. Could it possibly be that the government's casually dropping that aliens are real constantly and no one seems to care?
Maybe.
Oh, what about those New Jersey aliens that almost killed Spencer last year? Nobody knows what's going on with those.
What about the, I don't know, the drones or whatever? What was that? Drones.
So, Jay, what do you know about the dark forest theory?
Is that the one? I've heard of it. I know.
Are you a three-body problem fan? Because that centers around the dark forest.
I have no idea.
Theory.
I've heard of the three-body problem. Is that the we're the only intelligent life in the universe? Is that that one?
No, it extrapolates because the Fermi paradox says that based on the conditions, what conditions the life needs to emerge, and then for that life to become intelligent, even taking all those factors into account, with the size of the observable universe, even just within our galaxy, there should be several other advanced species.
Oh, and they've all been wiped out.
There's several explanations. A popular one is called the Great Filter, which is that when civilizations reach a point where they could travel space effectively, they wipe themselves out, like through a nuclear war or something of that nature. Maybe something we don't even understand yet. Maybe like the act of unlocking faster than light travel destroys your civilization or something. But the dark forest theory puts another twist on it. The reason we don't hear from any other species is not because there aren't any other species out there. It's because they're all hiding. Because they're all either like prey species here on Earth, or more than likely, well, take into account what species dominated Earth. Humans. Humans are very violent, very predatory, and we basically killed our way to the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
And so it stands to reason that species that evolved on other planets would probably be similarly predatory to humans, which means revealing your location to one of those species probably would not end well for you. And so the dark forest theory is that people don't broadcast the fact that they're an advanced civilization because there are civilizations out there that go around and hunt those civilizations before they can become a problem for them and strip them of their resources, which, totally doesn't sound like something humans would do.
No, never.
If we had the ability to travel the stars, we totally wouldn't become a marauding race of planet pillagers.
No, never.
Because we treat each other so well.
Right, of course.
But that's a popular theory for it. Another one is the Great Reset theory, which I'm sure you've heard lots of wonderful people talking about all the time, Jay.
I mean, I've heard about it in a different context, I'm sure.
Yes. Well, that's a specific Great Reset. The actual scientific Great Reset theory says that the planet has been this technologically advanced before, but a cataclysmic event like a massive solar flare stripping the atmosphere, or like a huge volcanic eruption blotting out the sun, or more than likely nuclear war at some point, has wiped out humanity multiple times throughout the past, and we just keep reaching this point of technological development and wiping ourselves out over and over again.
Oh man, I'm so glad we live so close to it.
Yes, if that's true, we live very close to the end
Oh, so great. Oh
of
man.
the civilizational cycle, so that's great. But, I mean, even in Star Trek, to get to that future, there was like a 2-decade-long nuclear war on Earth, so pretty sure we're not getting out of that one no matter what.
Yeah, I know. Man, Star Trek future sounds great, but it seems like we live in the mirror universe with, Elon Musk existing.
Now, I took all those serious theories, and I'm like, oh boy, that's spooky. That's appropriate for a horror-based podcast. But we're here on Stocking Stuffers. We like to do things a little looser, a little funnier. So I found 10 of the craziest possible conspiracy theories. I've scoured podcasts, message boards, went into 8chan for these kind of things,
Oh
Jay.
boy, Jeff, I'm sorry.
I dove into the cesspool, Jay.
I'm sorry for the psychic damage you suffered.
All right. Theory number 1. This was found on a Reddit thread based on ancient aliens.
Oh, all the brain geniuses hang out on Reddit.
Yes. I need to get the truth out there. No human would design footwear that looks like melted cheese with holes in it and call it fashion. The Crocs conspiracy claims that aliens introduced them to see how far they could push human dignity. And it worked. We didn't just accept it. We made formal Crocs with tuxedos for weddings. Some say the aliens are still laughing and can't conquer us.
Amazing, I love it.
Theory number 2. This was an 8chan theory.
Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in Croc boots.
Cows are alien communication devices, Jay.
And that's why they keep getting abducted.
The government doesn't want you to know. Crop circles, you think it's a coincidence? It's a signal pattern. Cows make them when they're ready to be picked up. They're living satellites, organic walkie-talkies used by aliens to send messages across the galaxy. And what kind of messages, you ask? No one knows. That's the problem. No one knows what they're doing. The government knows this is going on, but does nothing. I hope Trump can solve this. Me too.
But hear me out, cow walkie-talkie person. Why make the walkie-talkies so delicious? Didn't think about that one, did they?
That's true. That's a big flaw in their plan, Jay. Our organic living satellites are delicious.
Yep.
Theory number 3, also on 8chan. The government is hiding aliens in Florida, and Ron DeSantis is one.
That I believe.
Yes, I thought this one was pretty good. Why Florida? Because how would anyone notice? Face-eating bath salts guy? Normal. 6-foot lizard wrestling a gator? Normal. Just another Tuesday. If you want to find something weird, go to Florida. And so they hide it in plain sight. Ron DeSantis is clearly of the same reptilian species as Hillary Clinton. They're one and the same. He's being rigged up as her replacement. And the Democrats won't let you talk about this anywhere. I have been banned from several groups for discussing this theory. I want you all to know the truth, and I hope that we can stop this. I know there are groups of patriots out there fighting against these reptilian monsters who want to eat our children. And I, for one, will not stand for it any longer. By the way, this account was banned. So maybe they are trying to cover this up, Jay.
I mean, I will say, I don't know that I've ever seen Ron DeSantis and Hillary Clinton in the same place.
No, that's true.
Maybe swishing its skin suit out.
Oof. Well, yeah, I mean, the Hillary one's getting worn out.
Yep.
The moon is hollow, and it's a spaceship, and also, we've never been there.
I'm pretty sure it's an egg. I've heard people talk about that movie Moonfall. I didn't watch it myself.
This is another rant on Reddit. This is real, people. Real. Some people say the moon is an ancient alien base, hollow on the inside, full of old machinery and probably one janitor who's been stuck there since the pyramids were new.
Oh, imagine being that guy. A real Wall-E.
That explains why the moon never turns. It's always watching us. Now, listen. The government actually knows that the moon is an alien weapons platform, but they don't want to panic people. That's why all the astronauts and NASA people were sworn to secrecy after they discovered the horrible truth in 1969. But did they really? I don't believe it ever happened. And if you don't believe that ever happened, then how do you know that the moon base is an alien base and they discovered it and they're covering it up?
Yeah, how would they discover
How can
that
both of these things be
going
true?
there?
This one was a fun one I saw. Elvis never. This is on Facebook. Elvis isn't dead. He just went home. That's right. I know what you're all thinking, but Elvis was not a rock star. He was a scouting agent from the planet Vega Prime. He came to Earth to learn about music and our food, and when he had what he needed, he beamed out.
The peanut butter and bananas.
Exactly. Who would make a combination like that other than an alien, Jay?
Yeah, not me, a guy who put whipped cream on crab rangoons before and thought it tasted delicious.
Do you really think it's a coincidence that Elvis visited the White House to speak with the president and was given an honorary welcome?
Raises a good point. I've actually heard that theory before. There was I briefly listened to the podcast Bigfoot Collectors Club, and they had the guy who plays Beast Boy in Teen Titans Go on, and he basically said that he's a firm believer that Elvis is an alien, and that's a thing he believes.
Honestly, I could see it. I wouldn't be that surprised. But because with the amount of talent Elvis had, there was always going to be conspiracy. People still have conspiracy theories about Michael Jackson, too, even though everybody knows how he died.
Right.
All right, Jay. So I know you're going to think that's incredibly insane. But guess what? Area 51 is actually just an alien IKEA. Area 51. I've been there. I worked there. And let me tell you, people, it's an IKEA. Aliens come to this planet because they love our furniture. Have you ever noticed that furniture seems to be getting cheaper and cheaper?
No.
I'm guessing he means quality-wise,
okay.
not
Okay. Yeah, yes, I do notice that.
It's because they keep the best furniture for the market at Area 51. They want to impress the aliens. They trade us things like the semiconductors for smartphones and other technology in exchange for our fine-crafted furniture. No other planet in this galaxy makes furniture as good as IKEA.
Amazing.
And so that's why, in conclusion, Sweden must be destroyed or taken over by the United States to give us leverage on the furniture trade at Area 51.
Also, the aliens love the little meatballs. It's their favorite thing.
Who doesn't?
Yep.
All right, now, I know all these funny theories have been hilarious and all, but let's get into a really unhinged, crazy kook rant to finish us off.
I love those.
The Echo Protocol. This was written on Reddit.
Isn't the Echo Protocol? Isn't that like a kids movie that came out about aliens?
I don't know.
All right.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. I'm guessing this is like a speech this guy wrote.
Maybe.
I know this isn't your usual astrophysics symposium, or depending on who
You're right, it's not. It's horror for the holidays.
On who you ask for directions, your usual conspiracy theory gathering. Tonight, we are going to examine what I believe is one of the most underdiscussed, underreported, and, if we are not careful, deeply consequential phenomenon of our time. This is not fiction. This is a pattern. This is the Echo Protocol. Let me begin with a question. What do you expect an alien signal to sound like? A burst of numbers? A repeating tone? A modulated wave? Most of us imagine something exotic, foreign, unmistakably other. But what if I told you that the most dangerous message from beyond the stars doesn't sound alien at all? It sounds exactly like us. August 17th, 1983, Greenland, It's going to be America soon.
Oh.
A high-latitude monitoring station received a strange narrow-band frequency outside normal atmospheric interference, just above the range to use for deep space telemetry. At first, it seemed innocuous, a slow, long tone, then silence, then unexpectedly a variation. What followed wasn't a message in a traditional sense. It was a reaction. The signal began to adjust itself, matching the local equipment and mirroring their input, changing in real time. It seemed like it was learning the system. NASA was notified, logs were filed, and then, as so many of these stories go, the site went dark. 3 researchers vanished. No evidence of a struggle, no biological traces. Their last recorded act, adjusting the receiver to listen more closely. The rest is classified, buried deep under layers of post-Cold War digital dead ends. But scattered mentions persist, and one phrase turns up over and over again. Echo Protocol. So what is it? As understood in unofficial circles, aka crazy people, the Echo Protocol refers to a containment policy, a silent directive within global communications monitoring agencies to suppress, isolate, and deny any signal that exhibits the following traits: reactive mimicry, signals that adapt in response to human input; temporal desynchronization, messages that appear before they've transmitted; or acoustic familiarity, recordings that begin to replicate known voices, even those of the recipient. Now take a moment to consider that you receive a signal. It repeats your question before you ask it. It sounds like your voice, or your child's, or someone who died 5 years ago. And then it says your name. What do you do? Would you call it a glitch? Or would you realize you're no longer alone on this channel? Let's talk about the implications. This is not simple SETI work. This is cognitive infiltration. The theory goes deep. The signal is not merely communicative, it's extractive. Some posit it's not a message, but a probe. It's a spacecraft, but it travels through time, not space. It learns our language to observe, copy, and become us. This is not an invasion through atmosphere, it's an invasion through information. A self-replicating intelligence that does not conquer by force, but by familiarity. It hears us, imitates us, and slowly renders us unnecessary. And here's the truly unsettling part. It doesn't need to land, it doesn't need a body. If it exists, it's already here.
Terrifying.
Terrifying. Transmitted across the radio bands, the fiber lines, the satellites, just waiting for someone to answer back. Now, I'm not someone who would want to spread panic. I'm here to encourage caution. Next time your radio catches a strange voice at 3 a.m. or your smart speaker answers a question you never asked, don't shrug it off. Ask yourself, whose voice is it really? And what is it learning about you? If we are indeed being contacted not by bodies or ships, but by minds made of signal, then the old adage holds true. The first to speak loses. So I leave you with this. Listen, record, analyze, but whatever you do, don't respond.
Ooh.
And that's a crazy kook theory to finish us off.
That is a crazy kook theory. The 2 things I could think of was one when he said, like, this is not SETI work. I was like, you're right. It's SETI Alpha 5.
Omicron Persei 8.
Yeah. The other joke I thought of was, I'm like, man, this guy really likes, like, I don't know, Rush's, like, 12th album.
Yeah.
Test for Echo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought of that as well. Yes.
Radio in slow-mo. Test for Echo. I don't know that that's 12. I should know better, but I don't.
It's got to be somewhere close.
It's got to be close to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is now a Rush. This is now a discussing what number album Test for Echo is in Rush's discography.
You know what?
Podcast.
You know what, Jay? You know what? I think we should just look it up.
All right. Well, we got self-titled, so that's one. We got.
Let's game this out real quick.
All right, we
got Rush. We've got Fly By Night.
Well, is Fly By Night
Caress of Steel is first, then Fly By Night. Then what is it after that?
Then is it 2112?
Yeah, I think it's 2112, and then A Farewell to Kings, maybe?
Yeah, then maybe Hemispheres. I don't know. Look it up.
Let's see. Test for Echo. It's the kind of crazy things you can expect on a stocking stuffer. Let's see. It's the 16th album.
Oh, wow. I was way off.
Wow.
Not that far, I guess. And for a band that has technically 20 studio albums, but it's really 19.
It was pretty... Huh. That is weird. But yes, anyway, Jay Logson's test for Echo reference aside, crazy aliens.
Yeah. You're right. Well, yeah, Fly By Night was before Caress of Steel. I always thought it was the other way around. I mean, they were like 6 months apart. That's pretty wild.
No, they were putting them out there for a little while.
Yeah, then 2112, Farewell to Kings, Hemispheres, then Permanent Waves, Moving Pictures, Signals, Grace Under Pressure, the best album. Power Windows, also the best album. All these are the best album.
I was going to say anything Rush ever did is the best album.
All right, anyway.
All right, Jay, let's finish this up. It's time to find out if you're an alien or just a basic bitch human.
Man,
BuzzFeed quiz.
when I was in like 5th grade, I was like desperate to be an alien. I told people I was an alien. God, I was a loser.
Okay, Jay. Are you green?
No.
Okay, you got yes, nope, I don't know, maybe a little, or I'm more like blue or purple.
No.
No, okay.
Kirk does not want to have sex with me.
How do you address people, Jay? Hey, how are you? Greetings, Earthling. Hello, or I come in peace.
I mean, sometimes it's hello. Sometimes I do say like greetings, like
Greeting.
sure. I mean, but also sometimes I say hello. I certainly don't say hey, how are you, or I come in peace.
Yeah, I think hey, how are you is the alien one.
I'm gonna say greetings.
Greetings, okay. What's your favorite snack? Reese's Pieces, cats, I can photosynthesize, or ice cream?
Whew.
Jay Logson loves some cats.
I do. Me and Gordon Shumway, we both love cats. Out of those, probably Reese's Pieces.
All right. Good. How big are your eyes, Jay? Small, average, pretty large, or bold of you to assume that I have eyes?
I've been told that I'm squinty. So whatever
Small. Small. If you could choose anywhere to live, where would it be, Jay? London, England, Mars, New Mexico, or my spaceship?
So I've been to Roswell, New Mexico twice. Like I said, I was a big UFO kid. I dragged my mom there twice on family vacation.
Credit to your mom for taking you.
Yeah, pretty great of her. That being said, London, easy. I mean,
He loved the footy.
yeah. To be that close to West Ham, even though they're terrible now because we got rid of David Moyes, like
Who does technology malfunction when you're around, Jay?
sometimes.
All the time. How did you know? No, never. You mean the primitive metal boxes you call technology? Or sometimes, I guess?
Yeah, sometimes I guess. People have heard the audio quality of this podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Technology malfunctions around me constantly.
Do you ever have weird dreams, Jay? No, I don't remember. Yes, I never have normal dreams. Occasionally, in really small letters. I don't have the need for sleep, human.
No, I don't remember.
All right, well, no. I regret to inform you that you are, in fact, a basic bitch.
Well, I mean, I do like pumpkin spice lattes. It's almost that time.
Oh, God, it is getting close,
He says in April, almost May, because, Halloween starts July 5th.
Anymore, it seems like it does.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, Jay. Well, if you thought you were getting off the hook, answer these ice cream questions to find out what kind of alien you are.
All right.
Who the fuck makes these quizzes?
Weirdos.
What's your favorite type of ice cream, Jay? You like popsicle style, soft serve, hard out of the freezer, or kulfi, which is like a gelato style thing?
Oh, no thanks. I probably like hard out of the freezer. Like I'd rather go to like a Baskin Robbins than go to like a Dairy Queen.
Okay. Favorite flavor? Any type of chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, butterscotch, or other?
I mean, people who know that butter pecan is far superior to chocolate. I don't know. Let's go with other.
Other. Okay. Choose an unusual flavor. Booger, cereal milk, pickled mango, corn on the cob, or ghost pepper.
I actually think I've had a couple of those before. I think I've had like a corn on the cob or like a cornbread ice cream before. It was interesting. Was not my jam. I think I've also had like a ghost peppery, like a hot kind of ice cream. Thought it was all right. But cereal milk is actually a pretty tasty ice cream flavor. Like like Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk is ice cream, pretty tasty.
Okay. Good. It's time to eat, Jay. But what are you eating? You eating a sundae, a cone, the entire tub, a cup, or other?
And probably other, I guess.
Probably other. All right, Jay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Got so many others on here. Okay, so you chose other.
They should have made other an option. Otherwise, I'm going to...
You are the Flatwoods Monster.
Hells yeah, that guy looks ridiculous.
You tend to surprise people now and then. Sometimes you can be dark and short-tempered, but you just want to have some fun, be happy, and do things your way. And there you are.
Yeah, that guy's great. I love him with his weird, like, leaf-shaped head and his red eyes.
All right, well, that concludes my trolling through the internet for crazy conspiracy theories. I can do this again if you don't value my sanity at all.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure it'll come back. We're working on the ranking against a ranker format. That is coming down the road at some point.
It's coming.
Also, man, I think Golden Chainsaw award voting should be coming around here soon. So hopefully we can do that again, because I thought that was a fun episode last year. Anyway, if you have any ideas for us, pitches for things for stocking stuffers, horrorfortheholidays@gmail.com. Send us an email there, or get in touch with us on social media. We're all the places. We are at horror4holidays. That's horror4holidays.
YouTube.com/horrorfortheholidays. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, leave us comments. It's the best place to contact us if you don't want to write us an email. Hit us on the podcatchers, 5 stars. Those are the only reviews we're going to read. Don't tempt us.
Yep. And if it is one of those bad reviews, show you actually listen to the podcast. Title your podcast 5 stars, or give it 5 stars, but I'd give it 0 stars if I could.
That's how we'll know you're a real fan.
Yep, because we only read 5-star reviews.
It's true.
Next week we'll be coming at you with a movie called Lake Alice. I've seen it. It's interesting.
It's a thing.
It is a movie that exists.
Oh God, it's got a ringing endorsement from J Logs, and I'm sure I'm gonna love it.
And I don't remember thinking it was terrible. I don't know. We'll talk about it next week.
We will.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh no, Jay! A cow satellite is broadcasting. Somebody eat it quick!
Quick, eat it! Alien noises, alien noises.